Hi guys, John here, and before I head off to watch football this morning, I just want to do another quick installment of my video blog. And you see by the post, I hate this growing trend, or what's been happening over the last number of years really, of DVDs being released more and more. Now before I say anything else, I got to point out, you have to take anything I say on this topic with a grain of salt, because I get paid by a movie theater chain as my regular gig. So obviously there's some potential extreme bias in there. Now, what I'm about to say, though, I've been saying since like 2005, and you can go back into my old archives and see that I have been saying this anyway before I worked for a movie theater chain, but still, I have to say I work for a movie theater chain, so you have to take what I say with a grain of salt as potentially being really biased. With that being said, this week has been really interesting because I've been sitting down, you see ads all over the place for two specific DVDs coming out. One that just did come out, one coming out in the next couple days. One was X-Men First Class, and one was Thor. Now, I loved both of these movies. I saw X-Men in theater about 3 or 4 times. I saw Thor in theaters about 7 times. I really had fun loving both of these films. But this situation kind of highlights one of the reasons I have not bought a DVD in years. And that is, years and years ago, it used to be, 5 or 6 months after a movie was in theater, the DVD would come out, right? And at that point, it would be kind of like an event because you'd been waiting for this thing to come out. And I used to buy a lot of DVDs. So I've been waiting for this movie to come out. It's been like 6 months since I've seen it. And, it comes out and boom, I'd be there day one buying my copy. But now the movies come out like, 2 months after they've been in theater? And despite how much I love X-Men First Class and how much I love Thor, I didn't go out and get the DVDs, and I'm not going to. You know why? Because I'm sitting there watching TV and I see this commercial for Thor, and I'm thinking, I just saw this. Like, I just watched Thor what feels like just a few weeks ago. I feel no need or even desire to get up and run out and buy a copy. And guess what? I never will now. Because it's kind of like being with a hot chick and falling into the friend zone. Once you get into the friend zone with a hot chick, you've got no shot at her ever. And when DVDs used to come out, or VHS tapes, if you want to go back even further, came out 6 months or more later, it was an event. You were looking forward to it and you wanted to get it. But once a movie for me crosses, if a movie comes out really early on DVD for me, if I've just seen it and I've got no interest in picking it up now and watching it, it's like that movie has fallen into the friend zone with me. I'm not going to have that desire, that interest to run out and buy it and own it. And I think that's a shame. I used to love buying DVDs and put them on my shelf, but it's because them coming out meant something. It was an event because I'd been waiting for it. Thor, X-Men, I just saw them. I feel no need and no desire to run out and get them because I just saw them. And because that's the way I feel about them now, that's probably the way it's going to be. I'll probably watch it on Netflix streaming or on DirecTV or something in 2 years. And but the funny thing is, if you had just brought this DVD out like 3 months from now, I would have been first in line to buy it. So look, I don't know if I'm the only one who feels that way. Maybe I'm a little crazy, or maybe you share the same feelings, or maybe you're somebody who loves the fact that they come out earlier. I don't know. But leave me your thoughts and leave me your comments. Tell me what you think about the DVDs coming out earlier and earlier, and what you think about my thoughts on it. I'm John Campea. Thanks for joining me.